reading the cancer comments, reading the good complimentary and interesting comments, following it along, actually getting more critical people about the whole flat Earth debate with JF. People are more critical on my own Facebook page than they are by far on YouTube. Almost everyone's like, "Hey, that was cool. That was chill." I got some haters out there, and I understand. I'm sure I got some haters from the regular flat earthers because I really didn't put on a very good show as far as debating JF. There was a lot of stuff I could have said, a lot of things I could have brought to the table that I was just nervous. I was prepared, but I didn't want to get caught up in like trying to read off of a script or lead the conversation because it was a good time, you know. And I'm gonna add into the what do you call into the comments of this. Not the comments. I'm gonna throw a link in the description of an interview I did not too long ago with an artist named Jesse Waugh. Jesse Waugh, about 10 or 12 years ago, had a really viral video about nuclear bombs being fake, and it blew up. And then he like made a forum and everything about it. And some dude took over his forum and like totally filled it full of Jew conspiracies and all kinds of other stuff. And I've seen that process happen a few different times with people who are bringing out something like truthful information. So I'll post that so that so people could see it. This dude, American Gadfly, asked me to jump on his little podcast. I listened to one of his shows today while I was at work, and it was pretty chill. About, let's see, I listened to the one American Gadfly had a show called Aliens or Demons, where he interviewed a man who's an authority on aliens being demons. They had a lot of technical difficulties, so if American Gadfly's checking this out later, you know, once I post it, I just went live so that I wouldn't have to record a video. I just figured it's easier. I didn't figure people would rush in here or nothing. But yeah, so Thursday night, 7 Pacific time, I think he said 10 Eastern time, I'll jump in with American Gadfly. Just recently had that interview with Jesse Waugh. I'll post that down in the comments or in the description. I'll post, probably throw Jesse Waugh's channel in there, or I'll throw the link to where it is on the broadcast, and put Gadfly's channel. I just I don't know. I felt like the whole thing went well, and I had a good time. And I know people are super divided about flat Earth, and I feel like it's an illogical thing. I'll tell you one thing I was going to mention, and if if JF sees this or something, or anybody wants to check this out, there was a study I found I was going to bring up, and I just didn't do it, about the example given in the study was what was it? A skin rash cream and gun control. I think concealed carry. And what they did was they tested people for their ability to do math first, you know, how math literate they were. And then they gave them 2 separate articles, one about the alleged effectiveness of a skin rash cream, and then another one with essentially the same numbers gauging the effectiveness of concealed carry or something to do with gun control. And what they found was in the study, and I think it was a Harvard study. I might be able to find at least an article on that and stick in the description too when I'm done here. They found that despite people being highly effective at math, that they still would skew the numbers based on their political ideology or their preference. So maybe they would get the numbers right for the skin cream and be like, okay, because the way it was is like it looked like if you used the skin cream the way that they wrote the article, the little test article for the study, it looked like the skin cream helped. But if you did the math effectively and looked at the actual ratio, the people that used the skin cream actually got worse. Okay, so with the same numbers for gun control, the people who were pro-gun, even though they had test high in math, would read the numbers to support their position and vice versa. So I think that's what we're seeing with the flat Earth. is that they, and like I said in the blood sport debate, I don't think that suddenly human beings became enlightened and now all of a sudden, they figured out that the Earth is flat. I think intelligence agencies brought out the flat Earth as a steering tactic, as a way to. Here comes Zane. What's up, Zane? But yeah, I think they brought it out. So I think they brought it out because they know that the specifics of it are finite enough that people will never get over arguing about it. Like, we're never going to agree. Like when I say I spent 3 years studying to try and understand it, it wasn't 3 years that it took me. I mean, I don't see any evidence of curvature of water, of photography. I just don't see it. And I understand people want to say, well, it's there, but what? The oceans are flat. They're fucking flat. You fly in a airplane from here to the UK like I did about 2 years ago, and you look out the window every 10 minutes and it's flat. You look at photography and video from U-1 spy planes and MiGs way up in space, and out the front visor it looks curved, and out the right-hand window it looks flat. So I don't know. I felt like I just needed to jump in here and comment a little bit. I wasn't satisfied with my position as represented as being a flat earther in the debate, but to me it was better to curry favor and be in the good graces of the audience and of JF and Andy especially, because I'm nobody. It's not like Tonka's coming on saying he's going to argue for the flat earther. It's especially not like if it was Mark Sargent or Eric DeBay or somebody who has or ODD who has a huge calling or something. They'd be expected to come 100% with their A game. But then it would be a back and forth pissing match with, we've all seen it. It doesn't have to just be flat earth. You see it with anything people disagree about. That's why the SJWs and the right-wing, the alt-righters and the SJWs can't get along in the comment section or on any video or in any debate either, for the same reason. The people disseminate and seed this out into the culture, and they know that these are points of contention that'll keep us all from being able to get along or love one another, or at least respect one another. And I'm not talking about lovey-dovey love. Just to be able to have kindness in your heart towards one another is a huge, important deal. Even just standing in the grocery store in line, it's that one person who's got a bad attitude throwing off all these waves and shade. It doesn't just screw up the checker and the person standing behind him. The whole line knows, and the people coming in the door, they notice. And I feel like that's what this Flat Earth division is all about. I think that's what the SJW versus alt-right division is about. I think that's what the political left and right spectrum, God versus no God, black versus white, all that stuff these are all handles and tools that they put out here on us so that we don't simply be more at peace and more at ease and function, and I've been trying to keep up with comments, but at the same time, I don't want to get lost in it, I'm probably going to kill this pretty quick because my girl's hitting me up over here. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I was the one that kicked him $5, asked him if they'd ever heard of E. Michael Jones, and told JF that I'd debate him on the flat earth, and I did. So I guess, in a way, if you're my critic or you're not happy with me, well, it was right there. Lots of people were saying flat earth debate in the Bloodsport comments. I was just the one stupid enough to give him $5 and say I'll do it. And then I did, so there's that. So, anyways, I'm gonna throw some links into the description. Like I said, I'll throw that Jesse Waugh interview. It's called Paralleling, Sean Alger and Jesse Waugh on Paralleling, if you want to just look it up. I'll throw I think I'm gonna throw a flat earth square flat earth link down there too, so you guys see the square flat earth model. There's a guy, Richard Kahlberg, who does some pretty excellent work. Narrowgate, he's at the narrowgate.com, but he's got a YouTube channel, and he did not too long ago, just last week, published a square flat earth overview, and it's very good. So maybe I'll just toss a bunch of stuff down in the description. I'm not perfect at this. Usually, I just used my YouTube as a way to do live takes on the guitar. In case if any of you guys have looked or noticed, I never really tried to promote it. So I'm gonna, yeah. Thanks a lot, Zane. I see that. I appreciate it. Thank you. You know, I figure it puts us on the map is more important than being a dick and trying to get your point across. You know what I mean? It's better to have. I mean, these guys have got a nice platform. They're popular, and so just the fact that they received it. You know, it was my idea to throw it on April 1st, and so I thought that worked out good. I thought that was funny. According to the Book of Enoch, April 1st is actually the first day of the year, so that was like my little inside joke to myself that I started off the new year right, bringing out the square flat Earth. So another person you guys might want to check. There's an account called. On YouTube, there's an account. If you really want to see the guy that really brought out the Enoch square flat Earth model more than anybody else, his name is Sam, but Sam Kelly. But on YouTube, if you look up Enoch Pendulum Moons, he's got some videos of him sitting there with his models and his paintings explaining it. So now Sam's my homeboy, and he's the guy that leads the private Facebook group that we do actual empirical research in. You know, so if you're really curious, you could find us on the Ethiopian Enoch group on Facebook. But if you join the group, you can't be a troll, and you can't be like trying to debate all the finer points even within the flat Earth community, because it's like a research group. Like we're mostly all focusing on the same thing and not honestly disagreeing very often, because we're working towards specific. Well, we're trying to specifically identify missing pieces of our model, the model that Sam started, but that a bunch of us have helped him create. I know it sounds crazy. I know that's what people say. Oh, four moons, two suns. Get a big laugh out of it. But eventually, the model will be published and it'll be available. Then you can actually see for yourself and decide if you think it's feasible, reasonable, or if you think it's just stupid. So, I'm about to jump off of here. It might be a minute before the information is down in the description, because I got a couple messages I got to answer first. But I will come back and I will maybe I'll throw Sam's account in there too. Throw Richard Kalberg in there. Throw my interview with Jesse Waugh in there. Throw American Gadfly in there. So if you guys want to check me out, it's going to be Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm gonna jump in with Gadfly if things go right. So anyways, I figured better to bump this up for a new top video, something easy for people to find. So here I am, SB Alger in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all.